glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 60 out low. 54. Right. 54. Check pass. Check pass. Shit.
On first down, Dobbins. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Rip right. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
On second down, here's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
57's Mike. Not here. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Watch the curl.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Man up, D. Echo. 57. Mike, 57. Watch QB drop. 57 to Mike.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's go now. Go to base. 47. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
It's fourth down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. And able to find Dorsett. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
You got time right there.
On first down, it's Haskins. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Watch the curve.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins complete to Dorsett. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now a run with Geis. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Darius Geis denied. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Red, 60, orange, 54, 54, on twist, red, red.
On the ground. This is Saquon Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Saquon Barkley running right. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker. Didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And the Giants send out their punter now. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Dorsett on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
I'm coming after you. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Ricky. 57's Mike 57. Tighten up.
From the gun on 3rd down. Haskins is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 down at the 31. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Ready? 57's right. Here we go. Tight end left. Three down, three down.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. You got nothing to do.
From the gun, it's Haskins. He's got it complete to Thompson. And down inside the 15 he goes. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Coming to you, coming to you.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Another try after the first down sack. Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
47 Mike, Mike 47. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Second down, Haskins. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
47 is the mic. Come on, D!
From midfield now, Haskins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. Got a man, Slayton. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken by an up man. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 8. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Haskins will throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Again, it's Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you put in the back 7...
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A gain of 17 yards, but it's third down.
Down. 50. Wait. Check. Watch 54. Hey, defense said hot. Ready to go.
Back to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
On the double. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Record. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Jim. Charlie.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, G.
A first down carry for Barkley. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the run. He's crashing.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Coming after you. I'm coming after you. Rock. Coming after you. Sponge. Ready.
They'll run again here with Gallman.
Check 13.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Rosas puts this one through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Heavy on the edges.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down now, Dobbins, and he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Redskins on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47.
Zoom. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Gotta do better. Come on, take off.
Now Haskins on first down. He's got it with the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
That's another Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40, the 20, 10, and this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown.
In your face.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
50 seconds to Mike. You must be getting tired.
From the gun on third down. Haskins, he may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
The ball carried by number 37. The tackle made by Dexter Lawrence. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
From the 45 on second down, Haskins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
The Redskins on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9.
47, Mike. Mike, 47. Get your swerve on.
Third down. Here's Haskins. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Hey, watch the delay. Check 43. Kill. Turn it up.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Watch the safety creep. Check 52.
Gallman will run it. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
54 exit.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Haskins from his own end zone. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, Let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Haskins, 3rd and long from his end zone. And able to find Garcon. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Dobbins shreds him with a stiff arm. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
On first down, it's Haskins. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
57. Mike 57.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. Now it's Haskins. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You can't block me.
Second and 10 now, Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.